Good afternoon and welcome to my channel, Watercolor Painting in the Afternoon. Today what I'm doing is actually repainting something that I put in my bullet journal for February. The February cover page, if I can speak, the February cover page is a mountain scene in pinks and blues, and I'll show that to you in just a minute. But I wasn't 100% satisfied with it. And so I decided to repaint it. And in fact, not only did I repaint it, but I made several different types of painting for this cover page because I wanted to have several different things that I could choose from. And this was the first one. So what I'm doing here is just putting a pink sky in with a yellow sun. I'm using alizarin crimson, and I think the yellow was quinacridone gold. And I wanted to make this one maybe with a little bit more of a greenish tint in the mountains. And you'll see that I start out very green and then fade into a lighter blue. But for now, the sky. I don't know if you bullet journal very often. I enjoy bullet journaling. And I'm trying this year to do some scenes that fit the month. So a cool mountain scene in February just seems right to me. It's very cold, in February in most places. And the mountains are icy and chilly. And I thought it was an appropriate type of painting for me to make, especially since I live in South Carolina and we have both mountains and beaches and everything in between. So in the mountains this time of year around February, it's really, really cold, and it just reminds me of winter. It makes me think of winter. So that's why I was doing that. But I do enjoy this sort of painting in a circle because you can do a lot with it. It almost looks like you're looking through binoculars or something like that. You see things in this picturesque type of vignette. Now, as I go back, as I mentioned before, as we get further away, the greenery becomes a little bit more blue, and for some reason, that's just what our eyes do. We see through more of the atmosphere, and that creates a bluer look. Now here I'm going pretty far back, and you see that I no longer have the texture of the trees on this part of the mountain. And it's very blue. Have I mentioned that before? It's very blue. If you do a bullet journal, I would love to know what your themes are. Leave me a comment and let me know what your theme is for this year. Mine is just going to be this, different landscapes and different aspects of landscapes. In March, I actually painted some tulips, and I'll be showing you that too when the time comes. That I thought were really cool looking. They were sort of an abstract tulip, and they turned out really well, and I liked them. Now here's the two side by side. There's the original painting, and here's my new painting. And I'm not sure which one I like better. So I thought, well, I will not just settle for this. I will continue on and make something else and see which ones I like the best. And that's what I'm doing here. This is a gel plate, and those are my watercolor gouache. That's my watercolor gouache set by Turner. And what I'm going to do is blend this gouache right on my gel plate and make a stamp out of it. Now, when you use anything that's water-based, it's going to bead up on a gel plate and not be completely smooth. If you want completely smooth, you need to use acrylics. And even then it's not going to be completely smooth. But you're making this stamp. And here I just decided, well, it's too dark. So I started painting directly on the paper. But all of the different little pieces can be stamped off of this gel plate. And then you can play with the stamped pieces, with the painted papers. You can cut them out and you can put the different pieces together to make that same mountain scene. And that ended up being a really interesting project for me. I liked it. I liked the way it turned out. Now this is kind of a purpley blue, and it's going to be my next little piece that I will eventually cut out. And now we go a little bit darker. Or was it lighter? I can't remember. Darker or lighter, one of those things. All right, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry, and I'm going to make another one. And this time I'm going to make it using typing paper, or copy paper, as they say. I used to call it typing paper. I guess that tells you how old I am. So here is parts of, these swatches are the mountains, there's the pink sky, and the orange sun. And I'm just going to take my paper, slap it down there, and smooth it out. And there it is. And that turned out to be kind of crackly looking, and I loved the texture on this. And so I started by cutting this one out first. And what I'm doing is just putting my round shape down and deciding about where I want things. So the pink part will go at the top. Those darker blue looking mountains there will go at the bottom, and then the lighter color will go behind that to be the more distant mountains. And there I had it all cut out for you. And here's the sun, finally. And I just really liked the way that looked. I thought it was really interesting. So I took my glue stick and just started putting it together. The sun behind the most distant mountains, then the distant mountains, there we go, and then the final group of mountains. I don't know what it is about this particular piece that I like, but I do like it. And there it is. What do you think of that one? I really liked that one. And then I decided, well, maybe I need another layer of mountains down there, and so I started painting another one, and I didn't really like it in the end, so I didn't do that piece. I didn't use that piece. Now I continued to cut this out, and I made little tree line up there, and it looks okay on the picture. I personally didn't like it, and I decided not to use it. I'm sorry, I'm out of the frame there. I know that, but I'll get it back in just a sec. But it's a matter of choice. Whatever choice you make for your painting and for your collage is fine. I just wasn't sure I liked it, so I ended up not using it, but I'll show you how it looks. There we go. You'll see I just, took it off. There you go. I like that better. Now I'm going to assemble this one. So I'm going to put the most distant mountains in the back, the darker purple ones, or the lighter purple ones, excuse me. So those are the most distant ones. Put the sun in there. Make sure it's glued down. And then the next lightest go in. just right there. And this one turned out pretty well too, and I liked it. But I didn't end up using this one, and I think I almost did. I could have used either one of them, but again, I liked the texture on the other one. Now just draw your circle back out on the back and cut it out and make sure that you've got a decent enough circle. It does not have to be perfect. This is your bullet journal. If it's too perfect, it looks like you bought it in the store. Don't make it perfect. There you go. So there's the comparison. And maybe you like the other one better. I don't know. But let's go back to my bullet journal. This is an Archer and Olive bullet journal, and we're going to tape the new one in, or put the new one in. I'll let you see both of them there at the end. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please remember to give me a quick thumbs up that you like. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscription button. It really does help me out. I hope you've enjoyed, and happy painting.